Look, there were two people, Pranesh, who exposed Mahatma Gandhi for what he was, systematically and methodically, writing brilliant books on this theme, Gandhi and Gandhism and Gandhi and anarchy. There were two people who opposed the Quit India movement, calling it irresponsible and insane, and displaying bankruptcy of statesmanship by a prophet of a dark age. There were two people who dared to criticize the Mopla rebellion and Gandhi's role in it. And both these people paid a heavy price. And they were Dr. Ambedkar and Mr. C. Sankaran Nair. Fact is, in this country, you can only be considered a great Indian and a freedom fighter if you suck up to Mahatma Gandhi and his Andh and adhere to their psychopathic rendering of Indian history, where villains become heroes and heroes turn into villains. Now we know what there is to know about the amazing bravery of Mr. Nair in the wake of the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. But little is known about his exposure of the Mopla rebellion, so please give me a minute to expose that. The Mopla rebellion was jihad by another name, an attempt to convert Darul Harb to Darul Islam, and no one understood this better than Ambedkar and Nair. In the Mopla rebellion, it was in fact Gandhi who pinched his nose and plunged into the murky waters of religious appeasement and terror. And it was Ambedkar and Nair who saw through Gandhi. The Muslims, they said, preached the doctrine that India under the British government was Darul Harb. The aim was to establish the kingdom of Islam. Roads were blocked, telegraph lines cut, and the railway destroyed in a number of places. Khilafat flags were flown, and Arnad and Varulana were declared Khilafat kingdoms. The Hindus were visited by a dire fate at the hands of the Moplas: massacres, forcible conversion, desecration of temples, foul outrages upon women, such as ripping open pregnant women, pillage, arson, destruction. In short, all the accompaniments of brutal and unrestrained barbarism were perpetrated freely by the Moplas upon the Hindus until such time as troops could be hurried to the task of restoring order through a difficult and extensive tract of the country.
Right.
This was not a Hindu-Muslim riot. This was a massacre. To Ambedkar and Nair's horror, Gandhi laid the blame squarely on the Hindus. Hindus, said the Mahatma, must find out the causes of Mopla fanaticism. They will find that they are not without blame. They have hitherto not cared for the Moplas, unquote. Muslim leaders themselves agreed with Ambedkar and Nair that this was jihad. Maulana Hazrat Mohani, the eulogized freedom fighter and a friend of Mahatma, and one who coined the slogan Inqilab Zindabad, justified the massacre of Hindus by saying that this was Islamic jihad, and according to the rules of jihad, those who help the enemy become enemies themselves. Just 10 seconds. Shockingly, Gandhi was conciliatory towards Maulana. There is no greater nationalist or a greater lover of Hindu-Muslim unity than Maulana. Even so, said Gandhi, it is more necessary for a Hindu to love the Mopla and the Muslim more when the latter is likely to injure him or has already injured him. Why should a single Hindu have run away on account of more when the latter is likely to this thing? There was sheer lunacy out there on display. The Mahatma was beseeching the Hindus to hold their ground even as they were being hunted down and butchered. We have paid such a heavy price, Pranesh, for ignoring Ambedkar and Nair and eulogizing Gandhi. And we continue to pay that price.
Ravi Srivastava,